Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Recipe Tuesday. I would like to thank all of you for your comments and suggestions. And I went back and thoroughly went over all of the comments that were left of what different recipes you would like for me to do. So, in order to be fair, you're going to have to excuse that. They're doing fireworks not too far from me. So hopefully I'll be able to speak over this. Um, I'm gonna do two recipes. It's gonna be a combo. I'm gonna do easy chicken quesadillas, and I'm going to do easy chicken and dumplings. So to start with, on the quesadillas, what you're gonna need is flour tortillas, 1 can of cheese soup, a half a cup thick and chunky salsa, 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken breast. Cook the chicken as desired and shred meat into a bowl. Combine the salsa, chicken meat, and cheese soup together. Spoon 1/3 cup of the mix onto the tortilla. Fold it and you place it on a baking pan. You bake it at 350 for about 7 minutes. Then you are going to do this: melt butter in a skillet and place tortillas in butter before baking. And then that's pretty much all you do. Then after that, you top it with sour cream, lettuce, and tomato. What I'm trying to figure out here, it's not giving me any specifics. It says you melt butter in a skillet and place tortillas in butter before baking. So I'm wondering, once everything is together, if you carefully set it down in the skillet and let the butter get on the tortilla itself, and then you'll take it and set it on a cookie sheet or a baking pan of some type, and then you bake it. That's what I'm thinking. It's not giving me exact specifics as to how to go about doing it, but that's how I would do it. I'm pretty sure on this particular quesadilla recipe, if you didn't want to use chicken breast, I'm sure you could change it. I'm sure if you wanted to go the extra step, you could use steak. You might even be able to use ground beef. I don't see why that wouldn't work. Another one that would work, it is of the equivalent if you season it right. It's just as good as ground beef, ground turkey. If you've never had it, it's very good. Um, so you got a few options there. If you don't want to use the chicken, you can go the steak, the ground beef, or the ground turkey route. And I'm sure if you don't want to go that route, I'm sure you can just use your imagination and figure in a different type of meat. You might even be able to do pork. That's another one um, that might be pretty good. So that's the recipe that I have for the quesadilla. Now, the recipe that I have for chicken and dumplings, what you're going to need to do is get 1 to 2 pounds of chicken, 1 can cream of mushroom soup, 2 cans chicken broth. It says you can use bouillon cubes, 1 and 1/2 cups of water, 1 can of peas, 1 can of carrots, 1 package of refrigerated biscuits, buttered or unbuttered. I guess you could just get the Pillsbury Grands biscuit or similar, and that would work just as well. And celery is an option if you want to go ahead and put that in. That's strictly optional. What you're going to do is you're going to combine Wait a minute, let me back up. Cut chicken into small chunks to ensure it will cook. Then you're going to combine chicken, chicken broth, cream of chicken, water, peas, carrots, and your choice of seasonings, such as parsley, salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder, to the crock pot and turn it to low. High if you want it to cook faster. Cook until chicken is tender, about 5 hours, but this will vary according to your crock pot. Newer ones tend to run at a higher temperature. About 15 minutes before ready to eat, cut biscuits into quarters, roll into balls, and place in the crock pot. Stir occasionally. Cover again until ready to eat. So that sounds pretty good. I That sounds like a pretty good recipe. Keep in mind, I've never made chicken and dumplings before, so I have no clue. This is just a recipe. Well, actually, both of the recipes. I happen to go to a website that I like to go to that has a whole bunch of different select. There's a bunch of different selections when it comes to a certain type of recipe that you're looking for. And what I did is I went in there and picked out the best ones. But again, I just want to say thank you to all of you for putting in your input, giving me some suggestions on what recipes to do. I mean, I could have just went ahead on my own volition and just put up a recipe like I always do. That's not hard. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to go and locate a good recipe and then just put my phone over here to my right and just read it off like I'm reading it off of a teleprompter. So here you have it. Two recipes, both of these in which I liked. I did make a suggestion for enchiladas and burritos, but another subscriber had mentioned about quesadillas. Another one that popped up that I may consider doing um, my next recipe Tuesday. I'm going to look into seeing how difficult it is to going about making egg rolls. It can't be that hard as long as you've got the egg roll wrapping, and then all you got to do is get what you want, and you fill it, and then somehow you roll it, and then you get a little bit of egg so you can seal it, and then I think you just fry it in oil. But again, I'm just giving that uneducated guess. I don't think I'm too far off, but I'm going to look into that. So I'm glad the subscriber that mentioned the egg roll, that's a good idea. And yes, it's not Mexican. That's really more of an Oriental Asian type food. And that's all right. I am looking for a little bit more variety of different recipes to do than always do the norm, desserts and the basic, crock pot meals that we all know how to do. So give these a try, um, and see how they are. And always feel free to get back to me at a later juncture and let me know what you think, because I'm interested to know the outcome. Anyway, I want to thank all of you for tuning in this morning. I really appreciate it. And I will see you back here on Thursday. Have a good Tuesday. Bye.